What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Draymond Green Show. As you know, the NBA Finals are here. I picked the Nuggets in 5. If you missed that, may want to go check that episode out. It was just a little quick hitter, but very interesting. Some very thought-provoking stuff in it. When you go back and look at it and you listen, you like, it's one of the ones where you're like, wow, like, dang, really? And then you start, like, you pull your phone out, you start going through, and you like, wow, this is crazy. So it's one of those head scratchers. So definitely go check that out if you got time. Just like last year, one thing different than last year is we're not playing. But just like last year, we're going to break down these finals games, get into the teeth of it, the meat of it, and talk about it. And by the way, next episode may have a surprise. Maybe not. Tune in. You shall see. It'll be interesting. The Nuggets beat the Heat 104-93 in Game 1. Before we get into individuals, before we talk anything else, if I am Mike Malone, I am walking into the locker room and I'm like, fellas, we gotta do some things better. We can really shore some things up, which is true. You can. I'm walking out of the locker room if I'm Mike Malone, like, yes. Yes. And you know why I'm saying yes? June is a championship month for sports. Pro basketball, hockey, college baseball, and softball championships all underway. And of course, pro baseball is in full swing. For last-minute amazing deals on tickets to whatever your favorite sport may be, check out Game Time. And it doesn't stop at sports. Game Time even has tickets to concerts and comedy shows too. Download the Game Time app and redeem code GREEN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, download the Game Time app and enter code GREEN. That's GREEN for $20 off. No matter where you live, get out and have some fun this week. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Number 1, we won. Number 2, we won in a very good way, which is dominated the game. Didn't play great. Dominated the game. They fought back, made it respectable, made it feel like they didn't get blown out. So the final score is 104-93, not 104-81, not 104-85. Wasn't a blowout, is my point. When you blow someone out in any playoff series, NBA Finals, whatever, you name it, that team then comes out with extra motivation. That team comes out like embarrassed, like we just got embarrassed. And so you find extra juice because you come out there playing off crazy emotion, like the emotions of the playoffs are insane. The emotion of the NBA Finals is out of this world. So the last thing you really want is to be up against the extra added motivation of, we got embarrassed last game. We need to come out, show who we are. You got the extra juice. You feeling yourself. It wasn't that. And so if I'm Mike Malone, I'm walking away. And I'm walking in the locker room and I'm telling guys we got to get better. We can play much better. That team's going to play better next game, blah, blah, blah. And I'm walking in with my coaching staff and I'm like, perfect. Because our guys aren't going to relax now. Because usually that's what happens. You blow them out, they're pissed off, you relax, you got a problem on your hand. That is not the case here. And also, like I told you before, Denver is not fucking around. They not playing with their food, not playing with the breakfast. They eating their meal, getting it out the way. Did it the first series, did it the second series, and definitely did it the third series. And they did it tonight. Everybody's like, oh man, they're in the layoff, 10-day layoff or whatever it is. They're going to be tired or blah. I mean, they're going to be winded. They're going that That's a team that's not messing around, man. Them guys been in the gym, you can tell. They came out guns blazing, locked in. That's a team that's locked in. I know the look of a team that is locked in. If you don't know the look at Denver. Look at their eyes. Look at all of Mike Malone's press conferences. Look at their guys' press. They locked in. So no 10-day layover, hangover, layoff, none of that garbage. Them boys locked in. Miami, on the other hand, had a chance to win the series versus the Celtics pretty easily. Never easy, but you know what I'm saying, pretty easily as far as the record goes. Took care of business in the first 3 games. Looked like a totally different team for 2.5 games. Closed out the 6 games strong, but play with your breakfast. There is a carryover effect from that. So you fly in the altitude from Boston to Denver, long flight, probably got in at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, which then makes the next day a 0 because everybody's tired, switching time zones, altitude. And by the way, I saw something that Chuck said earlier, which I totally agree with. Denver's never been in the finals. Stop the altitude talk. Yes, it is harder to play in altitude. After a little while, you know, your first couple times up and down, first half, you get your win, you figure it out. We're professional athletes at the top of the top, highest level you can go. You figure it out. So let's not try to take away from what those guys are doing about, the altitude. I've never heard so much about altitude in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. When you go there and play, you feel it. But let's not try to dim their light or take away from what those guys are doing